Eschatology. Who's the winner? Who gets all the brownie points? Turns out religion and science give the same answer. It's whoever manages to stick around the longest. The universe is all about a fight against time, decay, or death. What are the oldest man-made structures you see around? Temples and churches. What are the oldest things you see around in the material world in general? Surprise, it's living things just like you. Living cells and their DNA are the oldest thing on Earth, has been around for about 4 billion years. Entire stars have been born and died many times over in that time. DNA is the most stable and resilient thing on Earth, and perhaps in the universe. It will almost definitely outlive the solar system. To put it shortly, the end goal in both science and religion is resilience in the face of death or decay. Or in religious terms, eternal life. Eternal life, aka resilience, are the end-all be-all of both science and religion. This goes a lot deeper than it might seem. Here's just one juicy tidbit for the science buffs out there. All scientific laws can be formulated as variational principles, like a minimum or maximum of something. Nobody knows why this is, but it makes sense if you think of it in terms of resilience against some kind of perturbation, ability to survive some kind of disruption. Let us take the first variational principle ever discovered, Fermat's principle of least time. Fermat figured out in 1662 that light, in the sense of ray optics, going from point A to point B, takes the fastest path, in other words, the path of least time. Why is this? Seems kind of arbitrary. Well, time minimization is what comes out if you try to make something always get there on time. So light, in a very fundamental sense, is by definition the delivery boy of the universe. The fact that it's also the fastest thing in the universe is just a mathematical consequence of that. And so it is with every other physical phenomenon. All physical phenomena are resilient with respect to some perturbation, which is basically natural selection at cosmic scale. The kind of perturbation basically defines the law. All phenomena are defined by their resilience against decay. So, everything in the universe, from the fundamental laws of nature like electromagnetism and gravity, all the way to living organisms and human culture and religion, are driven by the same end goal, eternal life. Or if that makes you uncomfortable, fine. You can call it something more technical sounding, like long-term survival and resilience against perturbations and decay. Happy? But notice one important detail of this diagram. Points P and Q are not just points in space, but points in time. Every variational principle tells a story of what happens or what needs to happen between point P and point Q. What this means is that the structure of the world is defined through stories.